The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Thursday, February 2nd, Groundhog Day, on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, or is that third? It's presented by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. We're also brought to you by the SGPN Big Game Squares contest. Yes, that's the Super Bowl. $1,000 prize pool and completely free to enter. What are you doing, bozos? Hop in. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/squares to enter today. We're also brought to you by SGPN's Big Game Bingo. $57 SGPN gift card for every bingo hit. Once again, exclusively on the SGPN app, which is free to download in the App Store or Google Play Store. So grab that thing today. And as always, remember to let it ride.
Hey, everybody. Joe Theismann here. You're listening to SGPN. So do this. Let it ride.
Yes. Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for February 2nd. Oh man, we got Rocky 4 in the chat. Are you airing again in Russia? If not, where's Putin? I'm ready for some good dust ups. Love Rocky 4, and if I may. I do have a quote.
If I can change, and you can change, everybody can change.
There we go. The great Rocky 4. Shout out to Rocky 4 in the chat. Shout out to Trevor. Shout out to all the chat rolling along. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, well, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Beautiful day to be alive. Hope you and yours are having a wonderful time. Speaking of having a wonderful time, this guy, he went and caught live college basketball tonight. Nothing better than that. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins at West Virginia and Frank Martin at South Carolina, host of the Ryan and Rush Show, host of the NFL Gambling Podcast. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre. How goes it?
Let's go, man. Happy Groundhog Day on Thursday. Let's have a good one.
I love it, buddy. Love it. And, there was a point tonight. I was on fire. I was on fucking fire. Now, it came a little bit crashing down when the Seattle Red Shits couldn't win at the fucking crack house. But, I mean, I think we had a really good day. Let's see because, let's just recap a little bit here. We got a full slate tomorrow, so we got to recap kind of fast because there's like 1,000 games tomorrow again. Well, right now, Utah State holds a 18-point lead against New Mexico. I am on Utah State. I think you're on the Lobos, but you did hit on Southern Utah, who just beat Cal Baptist by 1 in Riverside, California. Shout out to the Thunderbirds as they continue to roll. First game, though, that went final today was at the Costello Athletic Center, where UMass Lowell covered the 14 against Albany, so we hit there. The Riverhawks, they're back, baby. Then you had the big one, Xavier Providence. Now we lost on this one. This was brutal. You could argue that Providence should have won this game, but also, if he makes his final free throw, then they have to shoot a 3 changes the whole dynamic of their attack. And I think we maybe get a board and maybe we get out of there with a win, but we didn't get the win, but Xavier got the win. Jack Nunge had 23 points and 14 boards. Ed Cooley and the Providence Friars impressed me. What do you make of this game?
So I had this game on my phone. I went to, obviously, everybody that follows me on Twitter, I went to the Richmond and St. Bonaventure game tonight, but I had the end of this game, second half, on the phone. So got to see a good part of this game, actually, because they tip it off a half hour before the 7 o'clock Eastern window. So I got to see good part of the ending. I thought Xavier was really good down the stretch. I mean, everybody made a big deal out of Fremantle being out, but I mean, they just went small ball with Jones at the 4. And man, that Xavier's tough in that bill. Yeah, you can make an argument that we should have covered, or if you had Providence, you could have said Providence should have won it outright. But I mean, just two fantastic teams. This is such a predictable overtime game because they're both well coached, both experienced, and both just make winning plays.
I mean, Xavier's going to get the 1 seed in the Big East, correct?
I feel like they've played every game at home. Like, I feel like every big game has been.
They won at
home.
UConn. They won at UConn, right?
That they did win at UConn. They got to go back to when's the return game? End of the season? Yeah, March 1st. So we saw game 1 February 1st, the rematch March 1st at the Dunk, baby.
Today was fantastic. I had to do the college football episode, but I got in a couple hours of college basketball before that. But even with doing the college football show, I was here watching a couple great games down the stretch. Huge win for Xavier. Next up, Michael Crichton went to Washington DC, and we covered this. Crichton won by 10.
Saxon,
Creighton's rolling, holding Georgetown is just 53 points. I don't know if that's a testament to Creighton's defense or Georgetown being total fucking ass, but what'd you make of Michael Crichton getting it done as they continue to roll with Kalkbrenner, who had 16 points, 8 boards? The Blue Jays, a team that no one wants to play in March?
Yes. I think they're getting better and better. They're healthy. They've won 5 in a row, 8-3, and quietly just one game back of Xavier and Marquette for the 1 seed in the Big East.
I mean, I opened up the day. I guess I lost on Xavier, the only one I actually bet on. But the other games, I feel like I was doing all right. Penn State though did get drilled by Purdue, and I took Penn State in the big number. Purdue rolled. Zach Edey 18 and 13. You took Purdue here. Nice cover. I know you didn't bet this, but Purdue still
good, man.
They're going to lose in the second round, dude.
I know. They're going to
get them away from that crowd. You get them away from that crowd. They're going to lose in the fucking second round.
They're going to lose to 16.
I don't know. You never know. I mean, if some of the 16s that we were go listen to our bracketology episode, folks. Yeah. Shout out to was that Dave Marino? Hey.
Let's go.
Dan Marino and his really dynamic wife.
That was a classic George W. here. When he's talking about eating oysters, he calls Dan Marino's wife dynamic. Yeah, I mean, Penn State, they need a big win. Can they find one in the next couple games? We'll see. Wofford got drilled by ETSU. That I was not on either. So, I mean, I guess to start the night 2-3, but trust me, I have a good night. St. Joe's, baby. We were on St. Joe. No, we weren't. We were on Rhode Island. Maybe I did do horrible. I thought I did great. I looked at one point I was like, I'm hitting every game. Maybe not the very beginning of the night. St. Joe's continues to roll. What you make of that one?
Where did this come from? They were terrible, and all of a sudden they've won now, 5 out of 6? So St. Joe's playing good basketball, gets it done. I'm with you. I thought Rhode Island would give them a game. But obviously not. St. Joe's continues to roll there.
Yeah. And I mean, in the A10, anything is possible. Next up, Pitt. There we go. There's one that I was right. There is one where, no, none of this eat shit Pitt. You know what I mean? Like we gotta honor the Pitt Panthers. This game was fantastic, by the way. Did you catch this game? This game was a good game.
I did. So this was the Xavier game ended, and the phone went over to the end of the Carolina Pitt game. I gotta say, Pitt owns Carolina Jeff Capel owns Hubert Davis. He's never lost to him. How many have they won in a row against him now? 4, 5?
Yeah. I mean, I'm loving it, man. And then you have, Carolina's got Duke in Durham on Saturday, which I
Eat
can't
shit Carolina.
wait for. Yeah. I mean, eat shit Carolina. I mean, the ACC, it's fun. Pitt is right there. Remember, they have the tiebreaker on UVA.
Do they play again?
I thought they only played once. Didn't they only play once?
No, they don't play again.
It's like the Rutgers scenario.
Yep.
In the ACC. Oh boy, what a nice win for Capel. Campbell, Chunky Soup. We were all over Campbell. They won by 8 against Upstate. Got the cover there, and then my Pirates. Holy shit. So ECU was up early. Then the next thing I know, they were down like 15, and I'm like, fuck this team. I had ECU plus 8.5.
Yep, same. I got it late,
hit,
man.
Baby. It hit, baby.
Thank you to the flagrant 2 late in that game.
Oh boy, I don't know how the fuck we did it, but we did it.
A little dust up elbow, you're out of here,
baby. We fucking did it. Oh man.
I don't know if I could take them again, man. When they cover, like, they don't make it easy at all. Like, it's always got to be by the crunch of your teeth. It's like, God damn, man. Like,
man, I thought that was done. I looked at my account while I was doing the football show, and I'm like, oh, how the fuck did I win money? And then I was like, I saw ECU as a winner, and I was like, did they get that? Did the book mess up? Let me double check this. Samford beat Western Carolina. I know we thought Carolina was going to cover that. They didn't. Samford continues to roll in the SoCon, but if you listen to us, who took money line play? Gator, baby. We were all over it. Didn't make sense. The Courtney Love smell prevails again, baby. Shout out to the Florida Gators winning by 13. Castleton had a fucking monstrous night. 20-10. I feel like that's a huge win for Florida because they were on the outside of the bubble when we did our bracketology. Noah Beanick's a Gator fan. Maybe there's some life left with the Gators. And Rick Barnes is Rick Barnes. Their team only scored 54 points. Someone was saying, do you still think someone had messaged me? You still think the Big 12 is better than the SEC after the challenge? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, but Tennessee's the best team out of them all. No. Not the case.
It's not February yet. Now it is.
Fucking case. Let me tell you something. I'm a Colorado Buffalo fan. If Colorado beats you this year, you do not deserve to be anywhere near the top of the conversation for best teams in the Big 12. All right. It's a fact. What up to the chat? Oh, people asking, Daquan's asking for a March Madness future winner bet. We can take a look at the futures, but we got a shit ton of games to go through first, man.
Yeah. That's a Thursday night kind of thing to do when
tomorrow night
Friday slate.
Yeah, man, maybe it'll be better if we could do that tomorrow night, man, because there's this night. My wife hates me on nights like this. Sorry, sweetie, I got to do a 4-hour podcast talking 300 games. What else do we give away? The Louisville Cardinals. We said it was going to be their year, or their game, not their year. They get it done by 10. I said their year. Hilarious. Yeah, Florida has a worse record than Tennessee. Why would you pick them to win? It's a callback. It's a good callback by Vlad Putin. Shout out to Vlad Putin. Louisville got off the schneid. Getting it done. What'd you make of the Cardinals? Yeah.
Hey, another team that we single-handedly ended their losing streak in league play. We ended another one, too, that we'll get to later in the night. Crime pays, baby. But, they don't get a game ball, though. Fuck Louisville still. I mean, good win. You beat the face shield, which he's going to be out of there after this year. So we can start talking who's going to replace Josh Pastner at Georgia Tech here shortly.
Yeah. Army beats Lehigh. Jalen Rucker, 23 points, 8 rebounds. I'm glad I didn't lock Lehigh because remember, I was considering this last night. Army gets the dub. You were right. And, smash that like button. Yvetta's right. Iveta. Iveta. Is it Iveta with an I or is it E? I just don't feel. I feel like I'm a moron when I say it's Iveta, right?
I think it's
Mac?
Iveta. Is it a?
Yeah, it's Iveta.
Yeah, Iveta.
Yeah. Shout out to the Black Knights. They needed that one. UMBC beats Binghamton, the golf course, by 14. You were on the right side of that. I mean, we didn't lock that, but what the game you were at? I took the St. Bonaventure Bonnies on the money line. It's Iveta. All right, appreciate you, Iveta. Talk to me. You were at this game. The Bonnies have won 2 road games in a row. They complete the sweep of Richmond. They came through Richmond. Isn't there a quote like this? Since Grant left Richmond, something like that. What'd you make of this game?
You know, these two programs are very similar in the way that they're structured. They depend on bringing guys in, giving them experience, and then they're good every 2-3 years. I just think Mark Schmitz is a hell of a coach at St. Bonaventure. What he's done, that team has gotten better and better. They were awful in the non-con. They look like a completely different team, getting more and more experience. I think they're a dangerous team, and I think they could win the A-10 tournament because they're getting better and better, especially with that big fella, Chad Venning.
Yeah, he went for 17 tonight. I was on the Bonnies. The dogs were barking, and the dogs were really barking because Holy Cross Crusaders, 8-point dogs on the money line. Noah Beanick, what are we doing?
Beanick's back.
Yeah, I mean, they win by 12 at Boston. I told you, little crosstown battle. We gave you great analysis about this last night. We were talking about Steve Sarkisian playing for Holy Cross potentially. I don't know, some stupid shit like that. Shout out to the Crusaders.
That was that game.
yeah. We were on the Auburn Tigers to lay the big number in the jungle against Georgia. That came ringing true. Telling you, we had a pretty good night, man. But the ones that really hurt were these next ones. The Cocaine Bears got rolled by the Bryant Bulldogs by 18. Didn't see that one coming. Maine is a hard team this year to understand. They're a hard team to understand. Earl Timberlake, the Miami transfer, had a big day. Then the one that just killed me was Longwood. Longwood was up 17 at halftime. Are you aware that we were up 17 at halftime? I turned the game off. I turned it off of God's eye. I moved it to a different TV. I moved it to a different game. I mean, I assumed we hit this bet until I started talking college football, the college football experience. Go listen to that episode. And then I see that we lost. How the fuck did this happen? Should have hit.
Longwood has turned into Shortwood, man. They can't finish. They've lost 3 in a row here. So Shortwood's lost 3 in a row, and they're reeling in the Big South.
And you were spot on with Bucknell. Bucknell taking down AU by 7. I took the DC teams. I mean, I didn't bet them, but I'm saying I did take AU and G-Dub. G-Dub lost to LaSalle. Fran Dumfries says, get the hell out of here with this gimmick ass offense. All right. And LaSalle wins there. Gardner-Webb, we were on the right side of against Charleston Southern. That hit. Furman, we were on the right side of against Chattanooga. That hit. Cincinnati, we were on the right side of against Tulsa. That hit. New Hampshire, I was on the right side of because this was a smell game. Still almost lost. This was a smell game. They got the dub in overtime. And I locked up my Navy midshipman. You know, Navy held Lafayette to 34 points. I repeat.
That
a Navy midshipman.
Halftime?
Held yes. Unbelievable. That's defense, baby. Now George Mason did put it on Frank Martin. I don't know who Mason is. They're a hard team to understand as well. What'd you make of that one?
That score didn't indicate how that game went. That game was a 2-possession game throughout, and then it kind of just got away from UMass late. So, yeah, man, UMass is hard to figure out, you know. And I went against what I said. I said I'm going to take UMass when they're in Amherst and not pick them when they're on the road. And then George Mason, try and figure them out. Good luck.
Yeah. They're talking about Moscow, Idaho, in there. Yeah,
it's great.
Mother Idaho is a great state. Radford covered against Presbyterian. See, I'm telling you, we hit like most of these games. I feel like UT Rio Grande covered against Sam Houston. Sam Houston gets the win. We hit on that.
Buzzer beater.
We even hit on Belmont getting 1.5. They only lose by 1 to Murray State. That's a great win for Murray State, but we locked up Belmont. Got that dub. Look, we had a lucky night tonight. I'll be honest. Like we hit. I know we can complain about like Longwood blowing that huge lead, but the fact we hit ECU and we hit Belmont, very fortunate in that capacity.
You were doing the live show, and Ben Shepard, their guy that went for 35, missed a point blank layup at the buzzer to win it. Murray missed the free throw, front end of the 1-1. Shepard races it down, misses a wide open layup, and it's like, oh my God, it's nuts. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
We pushed on Illinois State UIC. That was a push. Valpo actually took Missouri State to overtime. Valpo covered. No, we got that wrong. We didn't lock that one, but we did lock Indiana State -13, and they won by 18, baby. Boom! I'm telling you, doing the damn thing. Bradley, we locked them -6. They win by 10 against Southern Illinois. We were having fun. Doug Reed says, I'm not sure you guys are any good at handicapping, but you make you laugh, so you listen every day. Well, fuck, we had a good night handicapping today, buddy. All right, we had a good night today.
The comedy too.
Yeah. But yeah, either way, even if you don't like us, I really appreciate the comedy, you know. But yeah, we appreciate you, man. Let's go. Hey, did I not call for? Both of us called for Seton Hall to beat St. John's. They came back. They were down big. I'm telling you, we had a fucking great night tonight. Seton Hall beats St. John's by 12. Huge win right there. That was a bubble game right there. Also, we took Rutgers minus the big number against Minnesota. That hits. And I was thinking about that. I know Rutgers is trying to extend a contract to Steve Peichel, essentially Steve Peichel. Georgetown should call Steve Peichel. That's the one.
Or St. John's.
The fucking one. Yeah. Now we did lose on Villanova Marquette. We lost here. And this was a brutal one.
Oh.
This was a brutal one here. And I'll be honest, I didn't get that many eyes on this one because I was doing the show. From what I understand, so Nova blows like a 4 or 5 point lead.
Yeah.
7 minutes left or something. I don't know. And
I think
walk
maybe
us through.
Less. Yeah. I mean, I forget the exact time on the clock, but I know Marquette finishes on a 16-3 run. Villanova's fouling down 7 with 10 seconds for some reason. So I'm like, oh my God, like really, Kyle Neptune, what are you going to do? I mean, you don't have a 7-point play, but anyway, they foul. Marquette makes both free throws. Villanova races the ball down the floor. Marquette's giving him the layup. This guy, this jackass, goes up to dunk it and gets rim rejected. They were giving him the dunk. They were giving him the points, and he misses it. I'm like, oh my God, we really just lost that cover. We should have won the game on the money line, yet alone we lost a 7.5 point cover, and everybody had it. So I feel for everybody 2 games. In this chat. Yeah,
that's 2 games I've lost in like 10 days on dunks, missed dunks.
Yeah,
crazy. Shout out to Marquette though, as Shaka Smart continues to be such a great fucking story.
I still like Villanova though, going forward. They're playing better. With Justin Moore back. Yeah.
Missouri covered the 9.5 against LSU. Unbelievable.
LSU's awful.
Now we were on the wrong side. We didn't bet this, but Florida State we thought could cover NC State. Florida State's total ass. Caleb Mills. Remember when he was AAC Player of the Year? He had 9 points tonight. Come on. What? He's got to get out of there. He might even be done with. I don't know. Oklahoma State. I told you take.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
I told you to take the Cowboys here. They go to Norman. They win by 10. They complete the sweep. Stacking the money greens in the chat saying Nova is good. Lehigh fucking lost, buddy. All right. Mother Russia is good as well. He says
this is a sign the Eagles are going down. Lehigh's going down. Villanova's going down. Philly's going down.
Oh man, he's saying take the Chiefs. Oh man, Moneyline Mac. That's
I'm
tough.
an NFC
buddy.
East guy. You know I can't take the Eagles.
Oklahoma State though, that's a huge win, man. That's
Yes.
one. They were on the outside of the bubble, I think, when we did our bracketology episode, which once again go listen to. And the Cowboys win by 10 on the road. SMU did not cover the 9 against Tulane, which we took the points. We didn't bet that one. Game of the night, Northern Iowa and Drake. Holy shit. Do you catch the end of these games? Double overtime. Northern Iowa hits a 3 in overtime to get at the buzzer to get it to double overtime. Drake wins by 7. You almost lost this. I know we locked this, but I'm saying like we had +8. We had the money line also.
Yes.
They win by 7. The Bulldogs of Drake do in double overtime. So you got the cover there. So that's what I'm saying. We did have a fire night. We got a little fortune behind us tonight though.
Hey, Colby.
Yeah.
Real quick. All I could think about was, hey, we just came off that Villanova. The Villanova game had just ended like 15, 20 minutes ago. And this game's going to double overtime. And they go up like 5-6 ago. Are we really going to lose a double overtime cover, getting 8 points when they led for 30 minutes? I said, no way. This can't happen. Hey, real quick. Have you seen the Missouri Valley standings after tonight?
I did. I saw, dude, they're insane. They're insane. I'll even pull it up real quick, folks. The MVC, 4 teams are 9-4, tied for first. That's Southern Illinois, Drake, Belmont, and Bradley. Then a game back is 4 other teams: Murray State, Missouri State, Indiana State, and Northern Iowa. It's insane. The Valley is insane. But how about riding the mustache tonight? We said the Courtney Love ride the mustache game of the night. The fucking Aggies of New Mexico State. Boom. And our smelly parlay of Florida and New Mexico State. Come on, man. We hit that. We hit that all day. Courtney, as the Aggies win. Cal Baptist, I lost in Seattle. Seattle was one that I bet and I lost, and there was that. That was pretty brutal. But New Mexico has cut the Utah State game down to 10. Still 9 minutes left. That's going to be interesting to watch down the stretch here. But let's get to talking tomorrow's games. But before we get to talking tomorrow's games, I want to tell you the college basketball experience, and we got to do the game balls, is brought to you by WinBet. WinBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WinBet is what you need to win. Sign up today, bet $100, get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. We're also brought to you by SGPN's Big Game Squares contest. $1,000 prize pool. Completely free to enter. What are you doing, bozos? Get in there now. All right. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/squares to enter. We're also brought to you by SGPN's Big Game Bingo. Look, I know you're not in an old folks home yet, but you can still you can still get the perks. All right, get some Jello, play a little bingo. All right, $57 gift card or $57 SGPN gift card for every bingo you hit, exclusively on the SGPN app. Can we get a post? Hunter's hilarious. A post Cocaine Bear reaction show. I think we might be able to set that up.
I love it.
Yeah. So game balls. Let's quickly go through this because I know we have 4,000 games. My first game ball is going to be the Pitt Panthers. And I know you're going to hate it, but they deserve it. That's a huge win. That's a huge win going into Chapel Hill. I know it's bothering you, me saying that, but got to call a spade. So give me the Pitt Panthers as my first. Who's your first game ball?
I'm going to go the Gators, the other big win of the night in terms of spotlight. Todd Golden, they really needed a marquee win, beat the Tennessee Volunteers at home. The Swamp was rocking, so I'll give Florida my game ball. Back on the bubble.
Love it. My second game ball is going to go to Murray State, taking down Belmont by 1. They need that one. They're now, right in the mix. Huge win for the Racers in a critical Missouri Valley game. Second game ball, fire away.
I'm gonna go to Bedlam. Mike Boyden. I think he's one of the more underrated coaches. He's been screwed throughout his tenure there with the ridiculous ban. I like his team. They're playing better and better. I think this is the 7th team that's going to be an NCAA tournament team out of the Big 12, and we'll see if they get a couple others. But they're emerging, and they're starting to play better and better. They've won 4 out of 5.
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge win and a nice fuck you to send them to the SEC. Well, no, they get one more year. They get one more year of them.
Hey, beat them 2 more. Yep.
Yeah. Final game ball for me. I will take you to St. Bonaventure. They won at Richmond. They completed the sweep in the city of Richmond, which is tough, especially when you're such a young team. The body's growing up before our eyes. Mark Schmidt fucking coach his ass off, doing a great job there. Who's your final game ball?
I'm going to go to the last game we just recapped. This team has struggled, kind of like Texas Tech in the Big 12. They've lost some close ones. Crime pays. New Mexico State. Watch out for them in February. I think they're gonna go on a little run here. They're way better than their record says.
Yeah, they are a lot better than their record says. And crime pays, baby. Shout out to Zach who says, y'all two are absolute goats. Make me hella money every day. Dundee with the Utah State Fire pick. Yeah, man. Sometimes you got to play the race angle. What do we say? Race pays. Races pay. Fallon Iverson had something, some great quote saying racists make money or some shit like that.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Oh man. So hopefully you're cashing in on that as well. Let's get into the action. We got a loaded slate here.
X marks the spot. X marks the crossroads. 2 straight lines crossing over in the middle.
All right, that's I hope
XFL, baby.
That's your hype music right there. We have a standalone game. Oh my gosh, David, you're talking about it in the chat. The Milwaukee Panthers.
Oh yeah.
Our 8 a.m. for me on the West. Can't wait till the wife is making me breakfast and I say, honey, let's put on this Milwaukee Panther game. This is in Indiana Farmers Coliseum, the farmers market. This line reeks. This reeks. I'm taking Milwaukee. I'm laying the 11.5 with Milwaukee. And since it is a standalone game, you know what that means. Give me the Panthers in Indianapolis. Let's go. What are you doing here?
We're going to have a standalone lock battle. Let's go, Jags. Let's go. They're covering this. They're an 11 a.m. team, baby.
We got a lock battle here. The Panthers against the Jaguars. A little scratch off here. Love it. Well, if you think that's gross, we got another standalone game.
This is nasty.
Oh, this is absolute fun. And we're parlaying this, by the way. Fuck you guys. We are parlaying this. Central Connecticut State, the real Blue Devils, some say, travel to the Daniel Lynch 38 Gymnasium. And this is one that I was watching a couple weeks ago where they press the button and the divider comes down in the gym.
Welcome to PE class.
Oh, guys, make sure you get eyes on this game. The stadium's absolutely fantastic. I wonder if there'll be a volleyball game on the other side of the court. Maybe they'll keep it up. You got options when it comes to the great old Daniel Lynch 38 Gymnasium. This line, Central Connecticut State's getting one on the road. This is a little smelly too, because you look at St. Francis, they're 11-11. They're at home. And they're only laying one against the Blue Devils of Central Connecticut State. There's a little stink to this one. See, this is where I will do what you did, and I will take the Blue Devils of Central Connecticut State on the road at the gymnasium. What are you doing here?
Do you know what the name of this place is?
A 38 Smith Gymnasium, some shit like that.
I'm seeing Pope PE Center.
Dude, it looks. We got to watch this.
That's what it says on KenPom. The name of this arena is the Pope PE Center. I'm with you. I'm going to take the Blue Devils. They're going to go into PE class and get that dub, dodgeball style, baby. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Dodgeball rules, baby. 5th hour pickup game, says Keith Landry. 2 stinky games to start the day, and then that bleeds into pretty much you get like a little bit for lunch to go grab yourself a little cocktail at lunch, and then you can jump right back over to the fun that is college basketball when the fucking Sharks of Long Island head to Merrimack to take on the Warriors. Come out and play. This is at the Hamel Court. This is on CBS Sports Network too. It's not even a hard find. This game is ridiculous.
Why is this on TV?
This is ridiculous. They're paying cameramen to fucking go to this thing. Unbelievable. They're a combined 10-35 this season. Long Island won by 11 a year ago. And that is why Rod Strickland, baby, plus the 12 sounds pretty appetizing to me. Give me Long Island in the points. I'm actually thinking about locking this.
Oh man.
I'm not going to do it though.
You can't do it. You can't do it.
I'm
gonna, I'll continue the theme. LIU. So my parlay of the standalone games is IUPUI, Central Connecticut, and LIU. Does it get any grosser than that?
I love it. I mean, that's I mean, you almost make me want to jump off of Milwaukee and dive into that filth.
Bring your toothbrush and some floss with that parlay.
That is a absolutely the absolute asshole parlay. That's appealing. I think our fans will like that one.
Oh yeah, that gets a graphic.
Yeah. The what's the graphic though? Like Tub Girl?
Jump
you guys remember Tub Girl? We need to do the video of 2 girls, 1 cup, or there needs to be 3 girls, 1 cup, and it needs to be IUPUI, Central Connecticut State and Long Island with their little logo on the cup. Wow. I'm gonna stick to my guns because we have a lock battle at stake here. But next up, this game is good actually. Marshall heads to Appalachian State in Boone, North Carolina. This has actual like real implications. The Fun Belt, Sun Belt. Whew. I mean, Marshall's in first place, but they're actually a game back now because they lost. But App State's a game back from them. This is a real big game here. Marshall on the road in Boone. Marshall's laying 3. I'm gonna lay the 3, even though I do not like it. I don't like it because they've been a little shitty on the road. But I'm gonna lay the 3. What are you doing?
I'm with you. I'm going to take Marshall, lay the points, but I'm not going to lock Marshall away from Huntington. They're a different team. If it was in Huntington, I'd lock them against freaking Purdue.
Yeah. Yeah. High Point's heading into Asheville. Asheville's laying 8.5. Cannot take High Point. That is why I will lay the 8.5 at the Kimmel Arena. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Asheville as well. It's I don't feel great about this. I feel like Asheville doesn't really blow out teams either. But I'll take Asheville here.
SoCon action. Greensboro heads to Mercer. UNC Greensboro at Mercer. Now Mercer's 4.5 games back. But Greensboro is just a half game back. Very important game for the Spartans on the road, taking on the Cocaine Bears of Mercer. I'm laying the 3 with Greensboro. They need this win to stay atop. You could talk me into locking this one. What are you doing here?
I am locking it because they had their first loss in over a month to Furman. Bounce back. They need this game. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. -3 on the road. Greensboro, baby. Lock it up. Got a little in-state battle as Georgia Southern's taking on Georgia State. Little Sun Belt, Fun Belt. These teams have been disappointing, though. I would say Georgia Southern's still in the mix, only 3 games back out of first, but State is 6 games back. They've been struggling. Life after Lanier hasn't been good. Georgia State's favored. Why?
Smelly.
Stink. Stink. All right, this one I'll dive into the smell with you. Give me Georgia State -2.
Yeah, I'm taking State, but I don't like this. I mean, this is a rivalry game too.
Yeah. Florida Atlantic is at UAB and potentially the best game of the night. There's a lot of good games tonight. UAB is laying 1. This opened up at a pick. Jelly Walker still not on the injury report. Fuck you, UAB. For that alone, give me Florida Atlantic. If he plays, I think UAB is going to win the game. Yeah. But I don't want to live life in the unknown. All right. Give me FAU and the Owls who are going to go into, what is that, Birmingham and get the dub. But I don't trust it too much, man, because UAB's injury reports. Don't they have a couple guys suspended too? I think. What are you doing here?
Jelly's playing. I'm almost positive he's playing. I think the line's telling he's going to play. I'm locking up UAB. They're going to end this streak. They're going to get it done in Birmingham. This is their get right game and get back what they were before all this nonsense these last 3 weeks.
You can't lock this though without knowing he's playing. Are you going to wait until like an hour before the tip?
I would be shocked if he didn't play. I feel like they've been resting him for this game, resting him for February. I'd be shocked if he didn't play.
So you're telling me to come along because a week ago, 5 days ago, when I looked, I said, "Oh, they're gonna beat FAU here." All right. Let's blaze on. Let's blaze on. But they burned me so many times with these injury reports. William and Mary's heading to the Hampton Inn. This game's ass, complete ass.
Regional battle.
William and Mary's only laying 1. Give me Hampton. They've been all right to me lately. I'm back on my Pirates. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll go Bill and Mary. I don't love it though. I mean, these two teams way up and down.
I find this game slightly entertaining here in the CUSA as Rice heads to Ruston, Louisiana. Rice still in the mix, especially if UAB can knock off FAU. They're in third place, even though they're 4.5 games back. They need to win this one. This is a must-win game for the Owls as they head into Ruston. They're getting 3.5. Give me the 3.5 in the Owls. At the Thomas Assembly Center. What are you doing here?
I went back and forth on this one as well. Two teams that have been playing better basketball as of late. I'm going to go Louisiana Tech and Ruston here.
We got a CAA one here as Charleston heads to Drexel, take on the Dragons. Don't look now, but if Drexel wins this, they're going to be 2 games out of first place. That's wild. That's wild. I do live for the famous Hampton Continental breakfast. The waffle maker is always a little bit of a bitch. I always forget to flip it over, and then it starts beeping at me. You know what I mean? But besides that, if you're staying at a Hampton Inn, chances are you're extremely hungover, which goes spot on with me. So the waffle maker is always a little bit of a tricky play for me.
Right on par with this show.
Charleston's laying 7.5. Give me Drexel in the points. What are you doing here?
Oh man, I'm all over the Charleston bounce back angle. I think you let down against Hofstra, get back, new month, February. I'm locking up Charleston. I think they're going to drill them. Drexel sucks.
Moneyline Mac locking it up. I am not. Nope. These fire-breathing Dragons got life, baby. They're gonna fight their ass off and stay in this game. Charleston's gonna win, I think. But give me the points in the Dragons. I'm not locking it though. North Florida is heading to Jacksonville to take on the Dolphins.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
They can, human being and fish. And here we are in the ocean talking about North Florida and Jacksonville. Jacksonville's laying 7.5. Ugh. I'm laying it. What are you doing here?
I'm on North Florida. Sorry, I almost said North Alabama. Jacksonville can't score. I feel like we talk about this all the time. They go through these scoring droughts, so I'm going to be on North Florida here in the points.
Next up, Delaware heads to Monmouth. Monmouth's been starting to cover games. I don't know if you've caught this.
Like IUPUI, baby.
The Blue Hens are at Ocean First Bank Center in West Long Branch, New York. New Jersey. Give me the points. I feel like Delaware's so much better than them, though.
I'm on the points as well. I think Monmouth has not quit on King Rice yet. I know they suck ass, but they're actually playing hard and they're starting to cover some games.
Yeah. IPFW is heading to Oakland. This game's fun. It's hard to believe they're both 5th and 6th in the horizon right now. Oakland's laying 2. Give me IPFW to win this one. What are you doing here?
I went back and forth as well on this one. I'm on the Grizz back at home. So kind of a get right after that tough road trip.
The Wisconsin Badgers are heading to Columbus, Ohio. Take on the Buckeyes. Buckeyes are laying 8. Too many points for me. Give me the Badgers. Thought about locking it, but I just can't do it. Just can't do it. Give me the 8 though. What are you doing?
I'm with you. I want to take the points, and the only reason I don't want to lock it is because Ohio State just did this where they just absolutely drilled Iowa in a must-win game at I almost said the Shoe, whatever the name of their arena is. So I'll take Wisconsin, but man, they've been inconsistent this year, and they're struggling.
Yeah. Florida Gulf Coast is hosting Central Arkansas. Gulf Coast is laying 13. I'll lay the 13. What are you doing here?
I'll lay the 13 as well. I'm not a big. I don't like the Arkansas schools. NC Nick talked me off them.
Northern Kentucky's at Bob Morris. Taking on Robert Morris. NKU's only laying 1. Stink. This stink. Give me Bob Morris in an upset special. What are you doing here?
I love Northern Kentucky here. I'm locking it. They're off a loss here. I think
Dude, that line makes no sense. How does that line make any sense?
Well, I actually looked on KenPom earlier, and Robert Morris they said was favored, and I was like, "What?" So I'm on Northern Kentucky. They've been the better team from the eye test that I've seen. Been really good, 9-3 in league. Off a loss. Let's go. The Norse.
Ooh, let me find. I'm unprepared. Here we go. Moneyline Mac. Locked up. The Norse. I'm not touching that thing. I'm not touching that fucking thing. Cleveland State heads into Detroit. Cleveland State's getting a point. I'll touch this one. Give me the Vikings. Horizon fun, baby. Saint. Wait, what are you doing in that one?
You know what? I just forgot. Fuck the state of Michigan. I'm revoking my Oakland pick. I'm not taking them after that parlay, and I'm taking Cleveland State, but I'm not locking it.
Okay.
I'm not taking any more of those Michigan schools.
Jason Cruz says, "What's the Courtney Love parlay tonight, boys?" We will figure that one out. Yeah, we'll figure that one out soon. St. Francis is heading to Stonehill. This game's fucking hilarious. Stonehill's laying 2. I'll lay the points. I'll lay the points. What are you doing here?
I always get a kick out of when you go, I'll lay it. Yeah, I'm with you. I'll lay it here. It's yeah.
I was just doing like deeper analysis. I'm like, what else can
analysis?
VMI is at the Citadel. Military. Somewhat, military schools here. This is interesting here. Citadel's laying 6. Give me VMI in the points. This is a 1 possession game. What are you doing here?
I was gonna say VMI money line, if anything.
Should we lock this?
I kind of like this angle. This is a rivalry game. This goes right down to the wire. VMI, let's go.
Let's go. The key debts. Let's go. North Alabama's at Stetson. This game's good. I like this game. I should watch this game. I am going to watch this game. Stetson's laying 7. Give me the Lions plus the 7. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I think the Lions roar on. I'm with you. Let's go.
Man, I like a lot of these games. Towson's heading to Hofstra. Which Towson team will we see? Which Hofstra team? Hofstra used to be called the Flying Dutchman. Now they're called the Pride. It's hard for me to make sense of that. What is Dutchman? Is that offensive? What the fuck is going on here?
Is this a letdown?
This is such a letdown.
Oh, yeah.
They played, though, like a week ago. And Towson won by, or maybe 2 weeks ago. Towson won by 20. So it's also a revenge spot, though. Give me Towson. I don't like it. Give me Towson, though. I'm not locking it. You're locking it?
I'm locking it. Money line. I think Towson wins it outright again. Sweet.
Money line, Mac. Say we Tigers. Play or catch the points there. Catch the dog with Towson. UT Martin is at SIU Edwardsville. Don't look now. This is Edwardsville's been dropping games left and right. All of a sudden they're in 6th place, but that's not really saying anything because 6th place, they're 2 games out of first. If they win this one, they take care of biz. I think they are going to win this one. I'm laying the 5.5. What are you doing here?
This is the other valley. This is the Ohio Valley. So it's both valleys, total shit show. So can't wait for those conference tournaments. I'm with you. I'll take Edwardsville to make this valley even more nuts.
Wagner, the vacuum company's traveling to Sacred Heart. Oh boy. at the pit where everyone gets laid. This is the other pit, the William Pitt Center. Man, I think Wagner's the better team, but damn if they're not inconsistent, man. I really believe like they have the better roster, but sometimes they deal out these fucking lemons. They deal out these lemons left and right. Give me the vacuum company on the road. I just think they're much better than Sacred Heart, but damn if they just don't show up for certain games.
Yeah, no, they don't show up because they beat Temple, then they lose to who was it? Stonehill. So it's, I mean, you can't figure this.
They drive me crazy.
Out. Yeah,
I've watched them a couple times. I'm like, this team's not bad, and then I'm like, well, how the hell are they losing to Stonehill?
It's like, yeah, no, wait, no, this team is horrible. Yeah, I'll go vacuum company as well here.
No, another great game to catch. I think Southern Miss is at Troy. Troy's laying 1.5. I made the mistake of locking up Troy the other night. Whew. That was a big mistake. Is this the one Troy gets up for? Troy's laying 1.5. It's a little stinky.
Yeah, and this is a big game in the league because Southern Miss is at 8-2, Troy 5-5. If Troy has any hopes of getting back into it, they need this one. I kind of like Troy here too.
Let's take Troy. Shout out to the chat. We got some fans in Cancun, Mexico. Love Cancun,
Let's
Mexico.
go, baby.
I need to get back there. Let's go. I mean, Cancun is always a great time. All right. I know that. I mean, I've been down there with Tulum. I was supposed to go see the pyramids, or not. You know, not the pyramids. What am I thinking of? Yeah, the pyramids, right?
In Cancun.
Yeah, not. They have the just outside of it, like 45 minutes. They have the Mayan. I feel like.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I want to go
know
see
that was
it.
the name of it. Yeah.
I want to go see it, but every time I get so fucked up, I can't. It's hard to. It's hard to say, hey, let me hop in a cab for an hour. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm on Troy though. What are you doing over there? You setting up the camera or something? What's going on over there?
This fucking light always dies, so I gotta, I'm trying to restructure some things while I'm making some picks, man.
This guy's having a hard time paying the bills. All right.
Yeah, no, I was like, I need to hit another parlay, another Courtney Love special.
Well, maybe it's right here because the Michigan Wolverines are at Northwestern. Northwestern's laying 3.5. Man,
me, I hate Michigan.
I'm taking Northwestern too. I was actually on a radio show in Memphis today, and they asked me about that game. I'm taking Northwestern, but I don't feel great about it. I could see Michigan winning this one. But give me Northwestern minus 3.5. What are you doing?
Yeah, is this a game that Michigan sticks it to me after I locked them and they completely laid an egg? But I'm with you. I kind of like Northwestern. The only thing that kind of worries me, I feel like they're playing an NBA schedule. This is like their 5th game in like 9 nights.
Yeah, but their starters are playing, so it's a little different.
Yeah, and no load management in Evanston there. Ridiculous.
Yeah, give me Northwestern. The airport is traveling to Charlotte. 49ers, man, the 49ers are tricky at home, man. The Clits are tricky at home. Give me the 9. I don't love it though. Give me the 9. I think this could be like a 7-8 point win by Charlotte. I don't love it though, because I could see Charlotte win by 20 also. What are you doing here?
I'm going back to my guys, FIU. They've won 3 in a row, quietly soaring up in the Conference USA standings. I'm gonna lock it. I think this is a game that comes down to the wire. Too many points here.
God damn it, you're convincing me. You're convincing me. That's the sound of an airplane, in case you're wondering. Give me the airport +9 against the Clits. JMU is at Old Dominion. JMU is laying 1.5. This game's fantastic.
Game.
Yeah. Give me Jeff Jones and ODU to win it on the money line. I want to watch this game, dude. There's a lot of great like mid-major games tonight, man. I love all these games. Like most of these games, there's the total ass games. There's a few total ass games, and then there's a bunch of other good ones. Give me ODU. What are you doing here?
I'm with you. This is one of the more underrated games of the night. I wish I was able to go to it, but I can't. I'm on ODU here. I'm with you, Jeff Jones. I want to see these two playing football.
Yeah, definitely. Wright State. It's heading to Youngstown State. Wright State's been tough. They're only 3 games back though. It's a gigantic game for them. Can they win at home? No, they're not. They're on the road actually at Youngstown. Youngstown's laying 6.5. Dude, we should lock up Youngstown, shouldn't we?
They're an absolute wagon at home. So yeah, go Penguins. Quack, quack.
There we go. Call me fucking Danny DeVito over here because I'm riding the Penguin, baby. Let's go. North Carolina A&T's at UNC Wilmington. Wilmington's laying 9. Can't do it. Can't do it. Give me the 9 and A&T. And shout out to Terrell Furman Jr. What are you doing here?
Didn't these two just play? Yeah, it was a close game, 5-point game like a month ago. Yeah, I'm on A&T as well.
Tennessee Tech's heading to Morehead State. I feel like this is an important game. Yeah, it is a very important game.
It's in the Valley. Every game.
Yeah, Morehead State's in first place right now. They're tied for first, and Tennessee Tech is 1 game back. Holy shit! Tomorrow's the greatest night ever. It's the greatest night in the history of sports. I'm going Morehead there. I'm laying the floor with Morehead. Tennessee Tech has that fire crouch though that talks shit when he dunks and does the throat slash.
Yeah.
Hard to fade that guy. But I got to. What are you doing here?
You know what? Tennessee Tech's 1 game back of Morehead. I think that they're more desperate here for a little Morehead. I think they win this game and even more chaos in the Valley.
Oh man. Elon is at Stony Brook taking on the good old Seawolves.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Elon's catching 4.5 at Stony Brook. I can't take Elon. I can't do it. Even though didn't they cover the other night? I feel like they covered the other night. Yeah, they beat Drexel by 14. What the hell was that? Maybe I should take Elon.
I feel like Elon's gonna beat Stony Brook.
Yeah, okay.
Stony Brook's not good. The Seawolves. I know they
you're acting like Elon's good. No, you know what? I'm taking Stony Brook. I'm taking Stony Brook. I can't take
this.
Elon.
This is a non-official lock battle.
Well, don't forget, folks. Regent's taking on Maryland Eastern Shore. There's no line on that because Regent's not a D1 school. Jacksonville State's taking on Eastern Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky's playing at home. I can't fade them. I'll lay the 8. What are you doing?
I'm with you. We have a roll here. Eastern Kentucky and Richmond, Kentucky. What's the name of that arena? Because they actually get a good crowd there. Yeah, I'm on Eastern Kentucky. The McBrayer Arena. There we go.
There we go. Try the chocolate ice cream there. Next up, we have Kennesaw State at Bellarmine. Hey, it's been a while since I said Bellarmine. Kennesaw's laying 3.5. I'm laying the 3.5. What are you doing here?
Lock. Kennesaw, baby. They're rolling. They've won 8 in a row. They're right on Liberty's heels.
I mean, is there an Al parlay? Didn't you take another Al? I feel like you did. Who says money line back as the Owls? Laying 3.5. Gonna pay for his new electricity.
Give me a new light. Here we go.
I'll keep the locks rolling. We can do this. Coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers think they're going to go all the way over to Monroe, Louisiana, and take down the Warhawks. ULM is hot, baby. I'm laying the 2.5. ULM wins in Monroe. What are you taking?
I like Monroe, but they've kind of let me down a couple times, but I'll lean that way. I'm not a big Coastal guy this year. Cliff Ellis, this is one of his down teams, I think.
South Alabama's at Arkansas State, man.
Oh, this game.
Yeah, home court racism in Utah is real, says Dave Marino as it cashes. There we go. South Alabama's laying 3 in, what is that, Jonesboro?
Yeah.
Have yourself a lemonade and a good fucking time. I'm laying the 3, but I don't love it. What are you doing here?
Yeah, this is the underachiever bowl there in the sober town of Jonesboro. South Alabama 3-7, Arkansas State 1-9. I'll take South Alabama because they like to drink down there in Mobile.
UTSA is at Western Kentucky. The Hilltoppers laying 12. Stansbury's back on the sidelines.
Does that mean we fade him?
You know what that means? Give me the Roadrunners plus 12. No, I can't. I gotta lay the points here. What are you doing here?
UTSA money line, but I'm not locking this.
Racism pays again.
You never know what Western Kentucky team you're going to get, man.
Yeah, it's true. Queens is at Lipscomb. This is a decent game. Lipscomb's faded though. Lipscomb's laying 4. What the fuck are you? You don't insult me. Queen City plus the 4. I'm locking it. Coming with. You in?
Money line. Let's go.
Oh, there we go, baby.
Wrong team favored. Man. Let's go.
Hunter, you're cracking me up in the chat. Shout out to Hunter. Texas A&M Corpus Christi is at New Orleans, taking on New Orleans. What are they? I forget their fucking name, but Corpus Christi's laying 6. Should we lock this?
The Privateers. What the fuck is that?
I feel like we should lock this. This is one we should lock, right?
Corpus Christi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
They won by 20 last time they played.
Yeah, Corpus Christi right there with the first.
I mean, the Islanders. Great. That was one of the best 30 for 30s I saw. Was the one on the New York Islanders and how their owner bought the team with no money. It was like a Ponzi scheme. It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I can't recommend that. That's like one the best 30 for 30. That or the Vlade Divac Drazen Petrovic thing in Yugoslavia back in the day. Those were fantastic. Yeah, give me the Islanders. We're locking that one up. North Dakota is at South Dakota State. South Dakota's laying 10. I will lay the 10 because the Fighting Hawks, they're terrible. What are you doing here?
Oh, we're at the part of the night where we get to the Summit League. Let's go. Yeah, I'll lay the points as well.
Northwestern State's laying 6.5 on the road at Houston Christian. This is at Joel Olstein's house. Dude, we should lock this one too.
I thought about this is like the same angle as Corpus Christi.
Should we do a parlay? A little Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Northwestern State.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Oh, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun in the Southland. Lock it up. Little parlay we're giving away there. Liberty's laying 15 on the road at your old stomping grounds, Austin P. I can't take Austin P. I'm laying it. What are you doing here?
Austin P is about to get fucked up in this game. I know Liberty is an absolute wagon at home, but they're also a machine on the road. I'm going to take Liberty, but I'm not going to lock it. Maybe they take this one off where they only win by like 15.
Don't lock it.
Yeah.
Darrell Walker and Little Rock are on the road at SEMO, Southeast Missouri State. Missouri State's late 8.5. Yeah. Give me the points.
This game.
Don't bet this.
It's another Valley game, man. These games are disgusting. This league is great, though. Yeah, I'll take the points.
The Bison of North Dakota State are heading down to what the hell part of South Dakota again? Vermilion. Oh, man. I feel like I should lock up North Dakota State because I feel like they're way better, but I can't. I'm taking North Dakota State -1. What are you doing here?
I'll take the Coyotes. Don't love it. The Coyotes, It's always a shit show.
Yeah, and that I'm sorry, the Flaming Libs. Yeah, we missed that analysis there.
We took it off for night.
Yeah. Stanford is at Utah. Utah's laying 6.5. Oh, don't you. I'm all over Utah -6.5. So I got to remind you what happened in Provo, or I'm sorry, in I don't know, Palo Alto. Stanford got the backdoor cover. It ain't happening in the altitude at John Huntsman Center. This is a race pays. All right. This is a racism pays thing. This is Salt Lake City, baby. All right. Utah, hop on. This is cash. What are you doing here?
I'm on the other side. I think Stanford is quietly playing better. They've won 4 in a row. I think Stanford's going to be right in this thing. We're going to have a lock battle here. Let's go. Let's go Cardinal.
Bring it on. I feel great about this one.
This line kind of stinks.
I feel fucking great about this one. Dude, the altitude, these little fucking sissies from Palo out there with their fucking wine and cheese and their fucking, tree. Their fucking tree. That's their mascot.
What's
Come
a
on.
Ute?
Isn't that like a, come on, that Ute is a Ute's a guy that can kick some ass. He'll chop down a fucking tree. All right. Come on. You gotta know, where the hell's my lock music here? Somewhere here. Stanford, Utah, Salt Lake City, lockdown. I will see you at the finish line.
You know what a Ute is? It's Kyle Whittingham. That's what a Ute is, because that guy's meant everything to that place.
Yeah, and you wouldn't say that shit to Kyle. I'll take Kyle Whittingham in a fight against like 99% of football coaches.
I definitely would take him over David Shaw. But they're playing basketball tomorrow, not football.
Doesn't matter. All right. Craig Smith will beat Jared Haas's ass. All right.
Andrew Luck.
Oregon State, the Beavers are traveling to Tempe. See, this is one we should probably lock, but it's Arizona State, which means they're going to lose this game probably outright to Wayne Tinkle and the Beavers. I'm taking Arizona State minus 12.5. I'm not locking it. And watch Oregon State win this game. What are you doing here?
I think if you really want to bet this game, look at Oregon State money line, because it's going to be crazy, and you don't know what's going to happen with these two teams. I could see Oregon State winning this game, like you said.
Yeah, Whittingham versus Frank Martin. That would be
that'd be a battle royale.
I'd pay money for that. Whittingham, though, I believe, besides him being a coach, I believe he played either D line or linebacker. It's tough. It's tough to go against that.
Frank the bouncer.
That's a good matchup though. St. Thomas is heading into Omaha, Nebraska. Oh boy. I saw some people in the chat saying that St. Thomas ain't just going to walk into the Baxter Arena and get a dub.
Disrespect us.
Yeah, well, I beg to differ. Give me St. Thomas on the road. Laying 2.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, the Tommies finally lost a home game. That means it's a bounce back. They're getting it done. Let's go, Tommies. Lock it up.
There we go. We are back on the B side of the college basketball experience. Thursday slate's long. It's got just 1,000 games. It's fantastic. One of these, my wife's sitting there making dinner for me. Honey, where are you at? I'm sorry. I'm talking Omaha basketball right now, folks. Texas State's heading into Louisiana. Oh God. This is one where I feel like Louisiana, by the way, 18-4. They're fire this year. No one walks into the Cajun Dome and gets a dub, but can they cover the 9? I think they do. Give me the Bobcats plus the 9.
I'm on Texas State. Texas State's been weird. They're better on the road than they are at home. So I'm on Texas State here. I mean, I think Louisiana, how many have they won in a row now? It's like 8. Yeah. They lost their first 2 league games and won 8 in a row. I think they're due. Got Marshall on deck. You call me crazy. I'm locking up the Bobcats. Let's go. That's too big a number.
You know what?
Let's go.
I love it. Let's go.
This is
Bobcats, baby. I don't have a song for them, but I can mimic it. B-O-B Cats. B-O-B Cats. Definitely losing fans here. Tennessee State is at the Screaming Eagles of Southern Indiana. Southern Indiana's laying 8. That's a little too much for me. Give me Tennessee State plus the points. Sorry, Screaming Eagles. What are you doing here?
You know what? Out of loyalty to my Screaming Eagles, I'll take them. But, man, I can't lock that. You guys are not 8 points. Who do you think you are, the Hoosiers?
Total ass game of the day, maybe. This is a top 10 ass game of the day. Lamar is at McNeese. McNeese is laying 8.
Oh, my God. This should be a 9 a.m. game your time.
Dude, I'm laying it. I'm laying the 8. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it as well. Bring your, I don't know, satellite or remote to change the channel.
Oh, man. Incarnate Word, I dub. Shout out. They've been playing good lately, man. They're like
they have. Our guy.
They're traveling down to Southeast Louisiana at the University Center. That's a fucking left turn. All right. Oh, man. I like Sela. Sela's good.
It's my guy, Kiefer.
I'm laying it, man. I'm sorry, I-Dub. You've been so good to me. I'm laying it, though. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Southeast Louisiana, they're 7-2. They're absolutely rolling. They got Corpus Christi on deck, though. That's kind of the big game right now in that league. So I'll take Incarnate Word, but no lock. I mean, I think Southeast Louisiana is the best team in that league. Line up, baby, Keith Landry.
Let's go. Eastern Illinois is doing a stint at the penitentiary, taking on Lindenwood. Lindenwood's laying 2.5.
Rematch of a great game.
Prison rules, baby. Both teams suck ass. They're 7-16 each at the Highland Performance Arena. Don't drop the soap. I got no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Give me the Panthers of Eastern Illinois. They won at Iowa somehow. I'm riding that. Give me the money line on EIU. What are you doing here?
Yeah, these two teams played right before the new year. Final score 55-54. Bring your soap. I'm gonna take EIU too. Disgusting game.
Honestly, the only way I could be convinced to watch this game if I was in prison. All right, if I was in fucking prison and I could watch it through the glass where you make the fucking calls, that's the way I would do it. All right. UTEP. I'm always amazed when you're watching Forensic Files how many people tell their loved ones what they did on the phone when their case is pending. Just an idea, folks. If you're in jail in the future, if your life is on the line, do not say to your wife or your loved one or your grandma or your mom, yeah, I might have done this. That's not a good idea.
OJ.
Just don't say anything. Watch the Lindenwood game. That's my recommendation. Watch the Lindenwood game. UTEP travels to Murfreesboro. This is a good game. This is another good one, man. Middle Tennessee's laying 4.5. Oh, I can see UTEP winning this one. You could talk me into a lock here.
Yes, I feel like UTEP is way better than their 4-6 conference record. They just had a great week where they almost beat FAU. They're right there. And then they took North Texas right to the wire as well. I think that this game comes right down the wire. Joe Golding, potential money line play. Let's go UTEP.
Let's tink. Let's go, baby. Houston's heading to Wichita. Oh man, this place is going to be lit. At the Charles Koch Arena. Why don't you murder some people on your way? I don't know if the Koch brothers did that, but I just believe that they did. I feel like the Koch brothers definitely went to Epstein Island. But hey, they're getting 12.5. The only problem is Wichita can't score, and against a really good defense, they might only score like 17 points tonight. But give me the 12.5. I don't like it. Give me the 12.5. What are you doing here?
Man, Houston's been kind of playing with some fire lately. I feel like they're due for one of those drummings. It might happen here. I'll take Houston, lay the points. I'm not locking it though.
Bring your album. Northern Colorado's at Montana. Dylan Kuntz is on the road in Missoula. Montana's laying 6. I think Montana's the better team. I'm laying the 6. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take the points. The Golden Bears there.
Kelly LePepe.
Greatest player ever.
Greatest person to step on planet Earth travels to Provo. Oh my God. You don't think he can soak? He can fucking soak. He's going to soak right in your fucking face, you little BYU brats. All right. Loyola Marymount's getting 4.5. This place is going to be lit, but they can't handle Kelly LePepe's prison strength. Man, I want to lock it. Give me LMU. I'm not going to lock it. What are you doing here?
Was the St. Mary's game not a dream crusher kind of for BYU in a way? I'm with you, man. I'm locking up Kelly LePepe here. I think it's a good spot. Let's go.
Prison strength prevails in Provo. Buddy, that's a huge game for LMU because both in Ken Palm, they're both right there, like the 80s, the early 80s. That's a gigantic game for them.
They're 6-3 in league too.
That's a huge game. They got to get that one. Cam Shelton's a baller too. Northern Arizona is at Montana State. Montana State's laying 12.5. It's a little bit too much for me. Give me the Lumberjacks on the road, despite them being little bitches. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take the Lumberjacks. Too big a number here.
Hawaii's leaving the island. They're heading to Davis, California to take on Jim Les in the Big West at the Pavilion, aka the Arc. This is a good game. Give me UC Davis -1. What are you doing here?
I'll take Davis because Hawaii's coming from the island.
Yeah, it's a far trip. The Leathernecks of Western Illinois.
This is a game.
These games are fun, dude. Tomorrow's slate's fire. Western Illinois at Denver. It's a far trip at the Magnus Arena. Oh boy.
Denver is good at home.
The altitude, man, that shit's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You been up to the Rockies, man? You go to the Rockies, you have like a couple shots, you can be on your ass. All right. Compared to like having a couple drinks here. I'm telling you, I'll do it for you. Yeah. You know what? Give me the Pioneers. Let's see if they can strike gold tomorrow. Let's go. +1. What are you doing here?
No, Phoenix locking it.
You're a wild man. I'm not locking Denver.
He's back. Hey, you know what? Holy Cross started playing better February. February's a new month for no Phoenix teams. Holy Cross is rolling. Florida's rolling. Denver's going to start rolling. Let's go.
Maybe Michigan's the play tomorrow then. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, those bastards. I'll take Denver here.
The Washington Huskies are heading to Westwood to take on UCLA. They're getting 18 points.
That is a lot of points.
18 points? I'm taking the Huskies. Damn, I feel like we should lock that. But
who's UCLA got on deck? That's what
they just lost to USC. I understand that they're going to come out motivated, but
lost 2 in a row.
18 points?
Yeah.
Utah Valley's. Yeah.
I'm taking the Bruins. They lost 2 in a row.
Still, it's too much. They win by 14. Give me Washington. This game's fantastic. Utah Valley's heading to Utah Tech at the Burns Arena. Always was a Smithers guy myself. Utah Valley's laying 4.5. I'll lay it. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna take Dixie State here. I'm gonna take a stab there.
There you go. Pepperdine's at Pacific taking on the Waves. Or no, wait. The Waves are on the road taking on the Tigers in Stockton, California. This is a bring your meth game right here. Pacific's laying 2. I'm gonna lay the 2. Pepperdine's not good away from home. What are you doing here?
I agree. I'm going to take the home team here.
Long Beach State is at Cal Fullerton. Remember, this is Dust Up Classic here. Shout out to my guy Scott Bowser in the Zed Run Gambling Podcast. Oh man, Fullerton's laying 3. Fullerton gets it done at home. This is going to be fun though. These games are good, man. I'm going to watch this. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I feel like the Big West doesn't get a lot of attention nationally because they slide him in on that Thursday night slot late. So a little quick update. Santa Barbara and Riverside are up top in the conference. And then we got Fullerton and Long Beach are in the middle. You know what? I kind of like you took Fullerton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Fullerton here too.
This game's a ton of fun too. What if I told you that Eastern Washington's won 12 straight games and I was at one of them? But now they head to the Nest in Sacramento, California, where Sacramento State's 8-1 at home. Nobody goes into the Nest. The line is a bit stinky because Sacramento State's laying 1. Give me E-Dub. Give me E-Dub to win this thing. This is fun though. I like this game. What are you doing?
I'm going to lock up Sacramento State. I think this is the one that Eastern Washington finally loses. So I think it's a good spot. Line's telling you, let's go Sac State.
Moneyline Max saying nobody goes into the Nest and gets a dub.
Hey, Colby, is it fun? Is it scary that I remember a Sac State Denver Pioneer game from November, sweating that out?
No, both teams are great teams. I appreciate that.
Probably need to call that number that we're.
That's how you got the gig. That's how you got this gig. When you hit me up and we're auditioning, I was going through the auditioning tapes and you're like, yeah, man, I watch a lot of games at the Nest. And I was like, this guy, This guy's
the
on
nest
board.
between the
This
Pioneers.
guy's on board, man. Riverside is at Bakersfield. This is a meth classic for both angles here. You don't need to bring your meth because it's going to be all around you. It's going to be all around you. Riverside's laid 8.5. I'll lay it. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it as well here. I like Riverside.
UC Irvine's on the road, taking on UC San Diego. Irvine's laying 7. Once again, I will lay it. I think Irvine's a better team.
Yep, I'm with you here. Irvine rolls.
Portland is at San Diego. The Pilots are catching 2 on the road. This is a tough game to cap. Give me the Pilots to win it outright. What are you doing here?
Yeah, man. San Diego's under Steve Lavin's one of the weirder teams. I will take Steve Lavin one more time here.
The Cal Golden Bears beat the Colorado Buffaloes in Berkeley. Can they return the favor and go into Boulder? Or not return the favor. Can they complete the sweep in Boulder? Colorado's laying 15.5. I'm laying the points.
Yeah. Revenge angle. They're going to drill them.
Yeah. The Idaho Vandals. Moscow Magic is on the road in Portland. Idaho's catching 5 at Portland State. Give me Portland State minus the point. Give me Idaho. Give me Idaho plus the points. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take the Vandals. Take the points.
Cal Poly's on the road in Santa Barbara. This is fun. Wow, 15-point spread. Oh, this is not a far trip for the Mustangs. Give me the 15 on the road at Santa Barbara. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I kind of like that too. Santa Barbara's got the target on their back.
We might want to lock that. That's like a 40-minute trip. That's not a far trip for them. I'll take the Mustangs plus the points. Keep an eye on that one. The Oregon Ducks quack their way into Tucson to take on the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona's laying 12.5. Give me the Ducks to cover that. I'm locking it up. Ducks plus 12.5. Let's
go. Oh yeah.
Here?
Yeah. I think this game is always close.
Yeah. Let's go. Santa Clara and Herb Sendek are catching 13.5 at Gonzaga. I gotta be honest. I'm thinking about locking this one too, but I'm not going to. But give me the Bronx plus the 13.5. What are you doing here?
You know why you should lock it? Gonzaga's got St. Mary's on deck. This is a game. They already played. It came right down the wire. I think it's a game again. Santa Clara, Herb Sendek. I'm locking it.
I don't know that we've ever ended a show on 4 straight locks, but I think we're about to do it. Give me the Bronx plus 13.5 at the Kennel. I'm going to keep the locks rolling because this is a rivalry game, and St. Mary's has Gonzaga on deck. The Dons of San Francisco are getting 13.5. These teams don't like each other. This is not a far trip. I will lock up the San Francisco treat right here. You on board?
This is a game. Yeah. Lock it up.
This is great. This is a great. And I'm going to keep it going one more. USC just beat UCLA. They've been partying. Well, Washington State, they won in Tucson. Wait, they're getting 7.5 in LA. Give me the Cougars of Washington State. Sprinkle some on the money line. Letdown spot. What are you doing here?
I am with you. I think they have a chance to win this game outright. Let's go.
Final 4 games all locked up. If we add Cal Poly to it, then we go with the final 5 games. This is crazy. I never seen this before. Let's go. All right. So that's our slate. Holy shit. It's a lot of games. Folks, to recap, we're locking up every game late night. All right. Washington State plus 7.5 at USC. I'm locking up San Francisco plus 13.5 at St. Mary's. I'm locking up Santa Clara plus 13.5 at Gonzaga. I'm locking up Oregon plus 12.5 at Arizona. That's fire right there. Then after that, what am I locking here after that? What was it? I feel like I had a couple Southland teams in the mix here. Oh, I'm locking up Utah minus 6.5 against Stanford. I'm locking up Northwestern State -6.5 at Houston Christian. I'm locking up Texas A&M Corpus Christi -6 at New Orleans. I'm locking up ULM -2.5 against Coastal Carolina. And I am locking up Youngstown State -6.5 against Wright State, and the Airport +9 at Charlotte. Lock it up. And then I feel like we had a few others, but oh yeah, at the beginning I know we had a lot.
Corpus Christi and those guys.
Give me UAB -1. Lock it up. And then here we go with Milwaukee -11.5 at IUPUI, and Central Connecticut State +1 at St. Francis, PA in the standalone games, and Long Island +12 at Merrimack. Mac, fire away.
Yeah, big one tomorrow. We got the leading it off, man. I'm taking the Jags in a standalone game, +11.5 against Milwaukee, and the stinky parlay here right off the bat. IUPUI, Central Connecticut, and LIU in the standalone games. That's my throw a parlay to start your day. Let's go.
That's the pink eye parlay right there.
Pink eye parlay. That's what we're calling it.
That's
IUPUI.
shit in your eye.
It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm laying the points with Greensboro -3. UAB in the game of the night. I mean, everybody sees the graphic in the back. Jelly Walker returns. They get right, beat the Owls, lay the 1. Charleston bounces back here after loss to Hofstra, lay the 7.5. Take the Norse there, laying 1 in the Horizon League. Military rivalry. We're taking VMI +6.
That's the one.
On the money line.
That's the one I forgot. Noah's making fun of my memory. You try rattling off 2,000 games. Haven't had a fucking chance to put my picks in or place my bets yet. Been recording. This is my fucking 6th fucking podcast today. Fucking sitting there at your fucking house. All right. Continue on. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. Speaking of letdowns, Hofstra's going to have a letdown. Towson money line over Hofstra in the CAA. FIU too big a number there at Charlotte. Take the 9. I'm taking Youngstown in the Horizon, man. They keep rolling and drilling these teams. Lay the 6.5.
That's the one I was
Penguins.
on too.
Let's go. Did you take Kennesaw with me? I'm taking Kennesaw. Lay the 3.5 at Bellarmine. Bellarmine.
No, not doing that one. You're living on the edge a little bit at Bellarmine. Yeah,
Bellarmine. I got Queens. We're both on Queens, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, that's
+4 money line against Lipscomb.
I forget a lot of these fucking things. I gotta place my bets after this show.
Oh, it'll take an hour to do so. We got our Southland parlay too. Corpus Christi and Northwestern State. They're both laying 6.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna get done. Lock battle. Let's go Cardinal. Andrew Luck +6.5 at Utah. Sprinkle some on the money line.
Those tree huggers don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance in Salt Lake City. Let's go.
Hey, the Tommies return in the win column. Lay the 2 against Omaha. Bobcats, too big a number there against Louisiana. So we'll take the 9 there. UTEP as well, too big a number against Middle Tennessee +4.5. Sprinkle some on the money line.
I'm on the Texas State one too. My bad. Go.
The Bobcats, yeah. We're also on Kelly LePepe, baby. Let down for BYU +4. Sprinkle some on the money line for Loyola Marymount. Big game at the Nest. Let's go. Sac State hands Eastern Washington their first league loss. And then the last 4 games of the night, we already rattled them off. Oregon, take the points. Santa Clara, take the points. San Fran, take the points. Wazoo, take the points. Let's go.
Folks, subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. We just did 2 hours and change on a goddamn filthy card. Awesome, though. I feel like tomorrow's got a lot of great mid-major games. Excited to bring it to you and talk about it. Folks, subscribe. Also, remember, we're here every single night. What do you got going on? All right. Watch us, too. You don't have to listen to us only. All right. Get in an argument with your wife. You know what? Honey, we're not watching the show tonight. You know who we're watching? We're watching Pick fucking Dundee and Moneyline Mac. All right. Do it.
That'll go over well.
Yeah. Well, if you let her bet, if you're halfway in it and you say, honey, I'll give you $20 and she listens to us, it might go over well. If she does the shit in the eye parlay, the pink eye parlay, it might work out for you. The Bob Costas. Remember when he had both pink eyes? That was fucking great. I got to find that.
He probably deserved it.
That's the clip. That's the social media clip we're doing here. The Bob Costas double pink eye. Bob Costas. Talk about a guy in the Royal Rumble of parlays for announcer. I'm sorry, the Royal Rumble on announcers. Who do you take? I think Marv Alberts would beat the shit out of Bob Costas.
Oh yeah. Bob Costas deserves. He belongs at Seattle U.
Marv Alberts. Remember he had the fucking panties on his head.
Yeah.
Remember that he got caught with a prostitute. And he was wearing like the panties on his head.
He's
Marv Alberts. Yeah, he definitely will beat. He'll fuck. What was that HBO documentary? That guy reminds me of Marv Alberts, where he's like just killing people, and he's like in Texas, and he's like, you know what I'm talking about? This documentary where this guy and he ends up like in the documentary, like admitting to the murder when he goes to piss. I forget what it is, but anyway, Marv Alberts,
he karate chopped Bob Costas. Let's go.
He's minus 5,000 against Bob Costas. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Either way, folks, subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. We come together as on YouTube, youtube.com/college experience, and check out the College Football Experience, the College Baseball Experience, and all of Ryan's work here. NFL Gambling Podcast, the Ryan and Rush Show. Get the SGPN app. Enter. We got contests going on. Come play some fucking bingo. Let's go. All right. Until then. Oh yeah. And also the Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours, and we out of here.
Somewhere, somehow, someone, somewhere, somehow, someone, somewhere, somehow, someone, somewhere, somehow, someone.